Our new AI-driven KYC process ensures rapid, secure identity verification for all Pi Network users globally.
All right, let's dive into a massive update from the Pi Network, one that might just fix its single biggest headache. For millions of you, millions of pioneers, the KYC process has felt like a huge wall blocking the path to the mainnet. But a brand new AI upgrade is here to tear that wall down, and we're going to break down exactly how it works. So, if you're part of the Pi community, you know the feeling, right? The waiting. That Know Your Customer verification, or KYC, has been this giant hurdle, leaving so many people wondering, what is taking so long? Well, trust me, you are definitely not the only one asking that. You know, the heart of the problem is actually pretty simple. It's all about scale. Pi isn't just trying to verify a few thousand users. We're talking about a global community of millions, and handling that sheer volume has created a serious, system-wide traffic jam. And it all boils down to this. The system depended almost entirely on human validators. So imagine you've got this flood of applications coming in from every corner of the planet, but only a small pool of local people available to check them. What do you get? A massive bottleneck. The line just gets longer and longer, and everything grinds to a halt. Okay, so that was the problem. But now, that's all starting to change, and this is the exciting part. Pi Network has rolled out a really powerful AI upgrade that plugs right into the validation process. And this isn't just some little tweak. No, this is a complete overhaul designed to smash right through that bottleneck. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way was slow, it was manual, and it was just stuck in these endless backlogs. But now, the new AI acts like a super smart filter. It takes one look at the easy, straightforward applications and just approves them instantly. This frees up the human experts to put all their brainpower where it's actually needed, on the really tricky cases. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait a minute, an AI is handling my personal verification? Is that safe? And that's a totally fair question. The system uses what's called a conservative AI. And what's so cool about this is that it's built for one thing above all else: accuracy. If the AI has even the tiniest shred of doubt, it doesn't say no. Instead, it flags the application and sends it straight to a human for the final call. So security and fairness are still number one. The ripple effects here are just massive. This single upgrade solves those validator shortages, takes a huge weight off the shoulders of the human volunteers, and saves a ton of time and energy for the whole network. But most importantly for you, the pioneer, it just makes the whole journey, from submitting your application to getting on the mainnet, way, way faster. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but is it actually working? Oh yeah, let's look at the numbers, because the impact is already huge, and the data tells a really, really compelling story. Okay, get this. The new AI system has already sliced the waiting line for human validators by 50%, half. That is not a small dent. That's like blowing a giant hole right through the middle of that bottleneck we were talking about. And as a direct result of that, the total number of pioneers who have officially, fully passed KYC has now soared to an incredible 17.5 million. That is a massive achievement for the entire community. And we can take it one step further. Of those who are KYC'd, 15.7 million pioneers have now finished the job and successfully migrated to the mainnet. This is the whole point, right? And things are finally picking up speed. So you can see it right here. We've got 17.5 million pioneers who are fully KYC'd and 15.7 million who have migrated. So what's the deal with that gap in between? Well, that gap represents people who are already approved but just haven't taken those final steps. And hey, that might be you. All right, enough with the big network-wide numbers. Let's make this personal. What does all of this mean for you? Because this update is all about empowering you to get yourself unstuck. So let's walk through exactly what you might need to do right now. This is probably the most important news for a ton of you out there. There are about 3 million pioneers who are currently in a tentatively KYC'd status. If that sounds familiar, you are so close to the finish line. And this new update means you can finally take action and complete the process yourself. So, if you're in that tentative group, here's what you need to do. It's super simple. First, open the Pi KYC app on your phone. Second, the app should ask you to submit some new liveness checks. Just follow the instructions. And third, once you complete those, you can finally submit your application and get moved into that fully KYC'd group. That's it. Now, what if you're already fully KYC'd but you haven't migrated your Pi yet? Remember that gap we just saw on the chart? That's you. Your turn. All you need to do is go to your mainnet checklist, confirm your wallet, and finish up those last few steps to get your Pi moved over to the mainnet. So let's just zoom out for a second here, because it's really important to get that this whole thing isn't just about getting pioneers onto the mainnet. There is a much, much bigger vision at play. You see, Pi isn't just building this amazing verification system for itself. The goal is to create a secure and scalable identity solution that can be used by other apps and services all across Web3. And with AI taking off, proving you're a real unique human is becoming one of the most critical things online. And there's a quote from the Pi Network that just nails this idea. It says that having these millions of verified pioneers creates a foundation. It's the bedrock that allows developers to build real, useful apps that can actually trust their users are authentic people, which is absolutely vital for the future of the internet. So, that leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. What does it really mean for Web3, for AI, for everything we do online when millions of people all over the world have a single, secure, verified digital identity? The possibilities are pretty fascinating to think about. Thanks for tuning in.